Next on the schedule is a near-term producer of a commodity that we have a total of 3 companies that are involved with that commodity. The other 2 companies are early stage exploration in terms of that of the commodity, and that would be fluoride or fluorspar. But let me introduce first James Walker, and he's got the company they're about to turn the mine on. James?
Thanks, David. So yeah, my name is James Walker. I'm the CEO of Area Strategic Mining. The idea behind the company didn't begin as Fluorspar. It began because I had a vehicle and I was looking for any project that was near to production, was permitted, and I could just get cash flow out of it. And I went through a couple hundred projects, and I didn't know anything about Fluorspar, but I dug this one up. It was operating down in Utah. So I went down there and I took a geologist who was an expert on fluorspar, and we found fluorspar pipes all over this property before we even visited the mine. So we staked the entire mountain range, and then we bought out the mine itself after we'd done all our due diligence and testing, because they were just, I'd never seen a mining operation like it. They were just taking the stuff out of the wall and putting it in a bag, and they were selling it to the steel mills. And I thought with a little bit of flotation upgrading, you could and a bit more of an industrial mining base, you could turn a few tons a week into a few thousand tons a month, and create a massive business. And the more I explored into it, the better the business got, because it turned out that there's no producers of fluorspar in the United States. This is the only permitted and producing mine. And if you don't know much about fluorspar, it's used as flux in steel. It goes into aluminium, refrigeration units, lithium-ion batteries. If you've ever wondered on your smartphones why you can put your finger down the screen and not have a greased mark like on a window, that's fluorspar in that. Hydrofluoric acid, fluorine, medical equipment, asthma inhalers. It's quite a ubiquitous mineral used in the industry. So yeah, so we bought this mine and I vented it into my empty vehicle. I went out onto the market and I raised a couple $1 million to get started, which I used for drilling, metallurgy, process plant design, equipment selection, to bring in some mining engineers, and I put them all to work designing a mine plan to get everything ready. So we proved up that we can produce acid spar, which is the highest grade of fluorspar in the industry, which goes into things like aluminium and refrigeration units and hydrofluoric acid. We worked out that the margin it would cost us to produce 1 ton would be about $100, but we could sell it for $500 a ton. So the margin on it was brilliant. We had some permitters go through all the existing permits and update everything. So at the moment, we're collecting up all the information to put into a mine plan. But once that's done, which will be in about 6 weeks' time, then we just start construction on the mine. And the longest lead item on that is the plant itself, which will take about 5 months from ordering to commissioning. So we're looking at Q1 2020 to go 2021 to go back into production, producing predominantly acid spar for industry. So as soon as we announced we had this mine, we were approached by groups like ThyssenKrupp and Parcellers Contour for offtake agreements. We sent them bulk samples and they did their own analyses and then offered us a contract based on that. When I brought the mining engineers in, they had a look at the economics of this and they said, you know, if you're looking at a long-term strategy for the company, it'd be a very good idea to invest in your own hydrofluoric acid facility, which would take your revenues from, say, $30 million a year to $150 million a year. So they're putting us in contact with some of their guys who have built chemical plants in the past. So short term is going to be getting into production with acid spar, supplying industry with that for 2021 and 2022, and then hopefully putting in our own hydrofluoric acid facility as well, while we sell acid spar to industry. And on top of that, while we were building all this up, we found one of the largest fluorspar deposits in Canada. So, and that was over on the west coast, actually in British Columbia. And we bought that out 100% as a long-term prospect to develop that in tandem, just so we can dominate the North American trade and keep the monopoly, hopefully, on North American on Fluorspar. So, I think that's everything.
James, world dominance is important. And, and certainly we wish you the best in world dominance of Fluorspar.